The Truck Series is back in action this week in the All-Star Offline Racing Series. Welcome to race number 10, Chicagoland Speedway. Just 4 more races remain in the schedule after today. The points championship is starting to really get closer. We've seen the top 2 drivers be pretty close to each other, and the rest of the field over 150 points away from the top 2 drivers. But after last week's race, Jacob Britt, Dylan Eberheimen, they both had some pretty bad finishes that allowed a few drivers to get closer to the front. That allowed Jacob Britt, first off, to take the points lead from Dylan Eberheimen. Brendan Hancock got a second win in a row, and he moved up to third. He's only 55 points back from Jacob Britt. Axel Zero, Tim Zimmer, Gary Harmon, they moved up a little bit as well. They moved closer to the lead. A lot of other drivers still have a very big shot. Top 10 drivers, top 11 drivers actually, 150 points or less away from the points leader. And we all know the stage points that you can get here in the Truck Series, that can definitely change in an instant. Last week, Jacob Britt did not get many stage points, but Dylan Eberheimen, he didn't get any points at all. The rest of the field got stage points. Well, rest of the drivers in the top 10, I believe, got stage points. Most of them did. And that's why they are closer in the points than they were before. Right now, the first time by, Lindsay Hancock gets a pole. See if she can hold on to that. Lindsay does not have a top 5 finish or a win yet this season. She would love to get either one of those today. A few drivers up near the front. Oh, Colton Harmon might have just taken the pole from Lindsay. Have to see if anybody else can top him, but Colton Harmon might have the pole. Points leader Jacob Britt starting in 32nd. And then, oh wow, actually second in points starting in 30th. Points leader is not getting off to a good start today. But a lot of stuff can happen here at Chicagoland. We'll have to see if there's any cautions. Lap number 32 is the stage finish. A lot of drivers up front, though, with a good start, and that's exactly what they need. So we'll go through the field, give you guys the starting lineup here in just a second. So the 54, Colton Harmon, the 51, Lindsay Hancock on the front row for this race. We've then got the 8 of Ron Jackson, the 50 of Tim Zimmer. Tim won earlier this season in Martinsville. The 8 of Ron Jackson has not won yet. He almost won at Charlotte. We have got the 87 of Alejandro Rodriguez, who did win a few races ago. He won at Texas. The 33 of Logan York, he does not have a top 5 finish this season or a win. He is looking to get either one today. The 49 of Alex Johnson, subbing for Alexander Jones and Alvin Jones in both the Cup and the Truck Series, starting near the front. The 20 of Yo Carrillo, he won at Talladega. We got the 18 of Damian Singletary, the 41 of Leland Fife. Leland needs a good finish. The 45, Ryan Benjamin, starts behind him. Ryan has just fallen outside of the top 20 in points. He was up in the top 10. Now he's 263 points back. Get the command to start the engines. We've got the 24, Bean Weeby. He is the only driver this season who does not have a top 5, a top 10, or a win. Everybody else has at least one top 10. He needs a good finish. Behind him, the 52, Gavin Jones. The 4 of Zach Cronin. We've got the 25, Laura Lee Weeby. The 88, Callie Hancock. Callie is in the top 10 in points. We've got the 7 of Bruzier, the 15, Stephen Pollard III. On the inside there is the 2 of Tyrell Resner, the 97 of Gary Harmon, the 3 of Axel Zero. Then we've got the 16, Caleb Johnson, the 10 of CJ Williams. We've got the 22 Jeremiah Dwayne. Jeremiah Dwayne would like to have a good finish today. He is outside of the top 20 as well. Got the 13 of Tavis Haken, the 17 of John Book, 75 of Eric Jacks, the 63 Sheila Harmon, the 23 Brendan Hancock, last week's race winner, the 46 Dylan Eberheimen, second in points. Brendan is third. The 83 of Alejandro Rodriguez. Then we've got the 21 Jacob Britt, the points leader. We've got the 6 of Cody Higginbotham and the 98 of Hunter Blade. And that is your starting lineup. 67 laps is the distance. Lap 32 is the last lap of the stage. So once everybody gets past the start-finish line, lap 32, we will throw the caution flag out. In the meantime, we are underway here at Chicagoland. Colton Harmon and Lindsey Hancock going to lead the field to the green. Already some 3 wide entering turn number 1. I don't know how good that top line is going to be yet. Give it some time, though. I think it's going to come in a little bit later. 3 wide down the back stretch. 4 wide now for the race lead. Look at that. The 49 of Alex Johnson down low. Tim Zimmer, Lindsey Hancock, they almost made some contact off of the turn. Cars bouncing off of each other, bouncing off the wall already. Everybody keeps it gathered up for now. The 49, Alex Johnson, he will lead the first lap. Here comes the 18 now of Damian Singletary, being pushed by that 45 of Ryan Benjamin. Now Ryan's going to go down low. Everybody made it past that first lap on the front stretch. Here comes Ryan Benjamin now on the inside line. Laura Lee Wiebe right behind him. Gavin Jones falling back a little bit. 4 wide further in the back of the field, all the way at the end of the field. It's Laura Lee Wiebe trying to take the lead away from Ryan Benjamin. Ryan getting some bonus points. 51 of Callie Hancock, she has fallen all the way back to last. I'm not sure, but I think her car might have some damage. Try to take a look here in turns 3 and 4. Looks like she might have scraped the wall. She does have some damage. As up front, the 25 Laura Lee Wiebe now is going to take the race lead. Now Ryan Benjamin falls back to second. Here comes the 7 of Bruzzero. Bruzzero is in 9th place in the points. One of the drivers in the top 10. Damian Singletary trying to get to the top 10 in points. He is out in 13th place. Laura Lee Wiebe now leading this race. Ryan Benjamin trying to hold off these drivers on the outside line. Outside line might come into play a little bit later today. Looks like off of turn 4, the top side's a little bit quicker than the bottom. Saw Ryan Benjamin and Damian Singletary able to pull ahead of that 7, Bruzzero, who was on the inside line. Now they're going to race amongst themselves. Laura Lee Wiebe does not have a good finish this season. She needs, well, she has a couple. She does have a top 5, but she needs to be more consistent. She's had some pretty good runs this season, just has not been able to put the finishing results together every single week. In the meantime now, battle for the lead. Ryan Benjamin and Damian Singletary made some contact. Damian going to go up through the middle and try to take the lead away. Ryan now going to fall back on the inside just a little bit. Damian Singletary through the middle in turns 1 and 2. He will take the lead away from Laura Lee. Still battling side by side. Laura Lee trying to catch back up to that 18 truck. It's not going to happen yet as Damian Singletary will lead this lap. Laura Lee going to try to go down low. Looked like she was going to try to make a crossover move. And she does. Here she goes. For the lead again. Ryan Benjamin still behind them, trying to take the lead away. Bruzzero now on the inside line. He is going to try to play with some of these drivers and try to get to the front. Laura Lee Wiebe off of turn 4. She will take the lead away. Great battling up near the front of this pack. Now here comes the 7 of Bruzzero. He's going to try to get a lap led here. The 75 of Eric Jacks, he's making his way towards the front in the top 5. He is 7th in points. Damian Singletary underneath of Laura Lee. And as these drivers are side by side, it's going to allow some of the other drivers that are behind them to catch right up. to them and possibly pass them for position or start battling with them. And we're going to start getting a lot more cars up here near the front. It's now 3 wide again for the lead. Here comes Ryan Benjamin on the inside now. Look at the 10 of CJ Williams and the 2 of Tyra Resner on the inside. Brazier going to try to go through the middle now this time. It's going to be 4 wide for the lead here at Chicagoland. Ryan Benjamin going to pull ahead. Oh, Laura Lee Weeby into the wall a little bit. Somebody's in the grass. I don't know who that is. That's the 87 of Alejandro Rodriguez. He's going to merge up the track. I think he can make it up to the top without hitting anybody. He does. Leland Fife lets off just a little bit. That almost was a huge crash on the front stretch. In the meantime now, we have a few new players. Look at the 2 of Tyra Resner. There's the 10, CJ Williams, the 50 of Tim Zimmer. All of this excitement up here happening, and we've got some new faces. The 3 of Axel Zero, one of the points contenders. He's 4th in the points. He's up near the front. 4 wide a little bit further back. Top 3 drivers now trying to pull away a little bit. Tyra Resner in 3rd, trying to take 2nd place. Away. Look at the 18, Damian Singletary, leading this race a few laps ago. Now he's on the outside of 4 wide, and he will scrape the wall. Gary Harmon down to the grass. Gary Harmon going to merge up the track. This time there's a lot of traffic. Gary Harmon still on the inside line. He's going to merge up in front of Callie Hancock. Callie going to lose a lot of momentum there, and that is going to stack the entire back half of the field up. See back here, Bean Weeby is back here. The 21, Jacob Britt, the points leader. 2nd place in points, the 46, Dylan Eberheimen. Now they are they were slow on the front stretch. But that 21-46, they're both trying to get to the front. And that little incident with Gary Harmon, that's not going to help them get to the front. They need a caution. See the 23, Brendan Hancock. He is working his way into the top 10 just about. Trying to get to the top 10. We're 20 laps away from the end of the stage. Battle for the lead up front. Ryan Benjamin has the lead. Underneath him is Tim Zimmer. 3 wide for the lead as Leland Fife going to go hard into the turn. Now here comes John Book as well. Leland could not make it stick on the inside line. All 34 drivers still in this race. 23, Brendan Hancock has been very dominant as of late in the last few races. And now he is up in the top 5. Side by side for the lead, the 17, the 41, the 87, and the 23 are also there. John Book going to take the lead for the time being. Cody Higginbotham now on the inside. He's going to try to go past the 23 and the 45. Ryan Benjamin's had a pretty good truck. He is one of the only drivers that's been able to stay towards the front. A lot of other drivers like Damian Singletary, Callie Hancock, Callie Hancock, they got moved to the back. The 3 of Axel Zero and many others all the way in the back now. But that 45 truck has been pretty fast. Race leader now, John Book, starting to pull away. They still race 3 wide back here. Pole leader to the 54, Colton Harmon. Up front, whoa, there's a little bit of almost damage or contact further in the back of this pack. So the top 3 drivers now have pulled away. Lindsay Hancock, unfortunate for her. She hit the wall earlier, and she is in the back of this pack. I think she's just hoping for a caution. She wants to get her car repaired and try to get back up towards the front. You see Gary Harmon, he was up in the front of the field, and now he is all the way in the back, and they're losing the draft. A lot of drivers here now starting to merge with the front pack. One of those drivers at 21 of Jacob Britt, 75 Eric Jacks. He is in the points contention. Callie Hancock as well. She's back here in that number 88 truck. Yo, Carrillo's back here. A lot of drivers in the points championship are about halfway back or even further back. So we'll have to see if they can make their way towards the front. '25 Laura Lee Wiebe falling back a little bit. She was one of the top 3 drivers a few laps ago. Oh, Laura Lee Wiebe, though, coming down pit road. Just as we were talking about her, she is now coming down pit road under green. She has damage to the right side of her truck. I don't know if maybe she hit the wall. But big trouble for Laura Lee. She is going to go 1 lap down. Hopefully she can get out of pit road pretty quick. She is just now making it into pit road, and we're going to see the race leader, John Book. As we watch Laura Lee, he's going to come off of turn number 4 and put her 1 lap down. She's getting tires. She will be pretty fast compared to some of these drivers, but she will be 1 lap down. Laura Lee's still on pit road. The right side's taking forever for that 25 truck. We'll have to follow up with her and figure out what's going on there. In the meantime, look at the 41 Leland Fife battling for the lead with John Book. It's also Cody Higginbotham and Alejandro Rodriguez, that 6 and the 87 truck. They're pushing the 41 and the 17. These drivers trying to get stage points, as many as they possibly can. We have 11 laps left until the caution will come out. At 23, Brendan Hancock going to try to make the best out of this day. The points leaders, first and second in points, not anywhere near the top 10. Brendan has a shot at getting a lot of stage points if he can finish in the top 10. But Bruiser now underneath of him, so Brendan's going to fall back a little bit, possibly. Leland Fife did get the race lead away from John Book. Laura Lee is back out on the track. Laura Lee Wiebe, though, 2 laps down here at Chicagoland. 1 lap's not that bad, especially when these drivers are going to pit in about 10 laps. But 2 laps down is going to be very hard to overcome. I said earlier, Laura Lee has not really had a lot of good finishes. She hasn't been able to put anything together, really. And this is another example of that. Just another race gone wrong for that number 25 truck. In the meantime, Leland Fife out front. He doesn't have a top 5 this season. He does have 1 top 10 finish. And here he is leading this race, trying to get stage points. Oh, there was almost some contact back here between the 15 and the 87. Top 9 drivers within about a second and a half of each other. 10th place, CJ Williams. He is battling with a lot of drivers for 10th. Look who's back here in 4th. That's that 23, Brendan Hancock. Won the last 2 races. He's only 55 points away from the points leader. 2 points away from 2nd place. And with him possibly going to get stage points and the other 2 drivers not eligible, he could be the points leader here very shortly. Brendan having a great run today, running in 4th. We've seen this race kind of shift. We saw the 25, the 45. They were pretty dominant earlier, and they've fallen back. Obviously, we saw 25 of Laura Lee. She had a flat tire, and she came down pit road. And she will not be in contention right now. You see back here the 75 of Eric Jacks, the 4 of Zach Cronin battling for that 10th place position. CJ Williams, he has fallen back to about 14th place. There's a pollster, Colton Harmon. Behind him is Caleb Johnson and Sheila Harmon. 24 of Bean Wiebe and the 21 Jacob Britt. They are moving towards the front. Bean Wiebe, 18th place. And right behind him in 19th is that 21 of Jacob Britt. I don't think they're going to have enough time to get some stage points, but they are moving towards the front. Now Bean's in 17th and Jacob is in 18th. Jacob Britt is the points leader. Somebody's on the apron. Who is that? The 15, I think? Stephen Pollard? Oh, that's Damon Singletary. Oh, he's going to merge up in front of the field. Everybody does a great job to get past him. Damon Singletary down pit road, so he is going to lose a lap, I believe. He's 2 laps down as well. 46, Dylan Eberheimen has not had a good race. He has been trying to hold on to the points lead. In the last few races, he has been in the back. Ron Jackson, Tavis Hake, and Lindsey Hancock just trying to hold on. Yeah, we could have green flag pit stops. Some of these drivers might be short pitting. But the bad thing with that is that you're going to go 2 laps down, like the 18 of Damien Singletary and the 25, Laura Weeby. They both went 2 laps down. If you can stay about 1 lap down, you should be okay, but right now that's not happening. Seems like everyone's losing about 2 laps. Tires have definitely worn out, though, because we're seeing a lot of single-file racing. First 15 or so trucks are single-file. Leland Fife has the lead. Here comes John Book on the inside, going to try to take the lead away from Leland. On the inside line now, Tyrell Resner, and here comes the 23, Brendan Hancock, and the 7 of Bruzero. Yeah, this is anybody's stage. I think Leland, though, has a pretty good car right now. But these drivers all fighting for positions. Remember, 50 points for the winner of the stage, 5 points back per driver. So 45 for second, 40 for third, 35, 30, and all the way down to 10th place, who gets 5 bonus points. So every position does matter. See, Bruzero got past the 23 of Brendan Hancock, and here comes 4 more trucks trying to get past Brendan. This time by, it is going to be the white flag of the stage. So Leland Fife going to come off turn number 4. He is going to get the white flag. 1 to go in this stage. We're going to throw the mandatory caution out. The halfway point of every truck race, we throw the caution. Wait for a few seconds. There we go. So the first caution of the race coming at the halfway point for the stage. We haven't seen a caution yet for a crash. But that's exactly how the race last week was. We saw 1 crash to start the race, and then we saw a lot of crashes late in the race, and I think that's how it might be today. So everybody going to come down pit road now, see if we have a new race leader. Maybe there's some strategy happening. So Leland Fife on pit road. That's the race leader. Watch the end of pit road here. The 2-lap trucks. That's Damon Singletary and Lorelei Weeby. They're going to stay out on the track. I'm not sure if they're going to come down pit road. If they don't, they should be 1 lap down, I think. But they'll have to go to the inside line anyway, so they'll probably be put back 2 laps down. See Leland Fife fast off of pit road. 2 of Tyrell Resner takes 2nd place away. Brendan Hancock gained a position, and then from there, everybody coming down pit road. Looks like the 24 Bean Weeby gained some positions. The 10 of CJ Williams comes out last on the track. So the stage points, with 50 points, Leland Fife with a stage win. Exactly what that team needed. John Book second, he gets 45 points. Tyrell Resner third, he gets 40. 35 points for Brew Zero. 30 points for the race winner in the last two races, Brendan Hancock. 25 points for Stephen Pollard III. 20 points for Alejandro Rodriguez. 15 points for Cody Higginbotham. 10 points for Logan York. And 5 points for Zach Cronin. So we'll have to see how the points shake up the points battle. Top two drivers in points did not get anything. No stage points for them. Actually, I believe the only drivers in the top 10 in the points that got stage points were Brew Zero and Brendan Hancock. You see the 18, the 25. They are out on the track. The 51 of Lindsay Hancock is on the tail end of the lead lap, so I think she might have had to come down pit road before the caution. But luckily she only lost one lap. So she's going to hope for a quick caution and see if she can stay on the lead lap. She will be starting in front of that 41 truck of Leland Fife. I believe the 18 and the 25 are going to have to start down low. So if Lindsay can get a good jump, she might be able to stay on the lead lap for a few laps. Lindsay Hancock started second. She hit the wall early in this race, and she fell all the way back to last. And she has not had a good run since. Oh, we see John Book on the inside now. Something happening with his truck. There's no smoke coming out of his truck, so I think he might have a tire down. But third place in this race, not good for him. He is going to have to pit on the green flag right as the field comes to the green, so he probably will lose one lap. And like we said, that 51 Lindsay Hancock, she's on the tail end of the field on the outside line. Lap truck's on the inside as well. But if that 51 gets a good jump and that 41 follows, the 41 Leland Fife could be clear of the lap traffic and get that 51 put one lap down. The 18 and the 25 going to try to stay one lap down and hope for a quick caution and get a few more so they can get back on the lead lap. We'll have to follow up with John Book and see what happened with him. We're over halfway through this truck race, but I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of carnage, a lot of action here soon. We haven't had a crash yet. We've had a lot of great racing, though. So the pace truck going to come down pit road, and John Book is going to follow the pace truck and change tires. I believe he has a tire down. In the meantime, the 51, Lindsay Hancock, on the outside line, she is going to lead the field to the green, but she is not the leader. The leader, however, Leland Fife, right behind her. He gets a great start. Lap traffic side by side with that 51. Lindsay trying to hold off the 41 as best as she can. And here comes the 23 of Brendan Hancock on the inside line for the race lead. Laura Lee Wiebe on the inside. The 18 of Damian Singletary both a lap down. That 51 trying to stay on the lead lap. They're 3 and 4 wide in the pack. 3 wide up here. Everybody keeps it off of each other for now. Brendan Hancock, Stephen Pollard, third. I think Stephen Pollard might have the lead now. 15 to the front. At 51, Lindsay Hancock trying to hold on the outside line. She has worn tires. She did not pit under caution. Look at the 63 of Sheila Harmon in the top 10. We haven't talked about her at all today. And they're 4 wide back here. The 51, the 41 up top. They could be in a huge mess if they get together. Oh, the 51, Lindsay Hancock into the wall. Gavin Jones into the grass. Can he merge back without any issues? He does. There he is, the 52 truck. No issues. The 7 of Brew Zero up front now. He is the race leader. Brew Zero does not have any wins in the truck series. He has one in the Cup Series. And look at the 63 of Sheila Harmon up to second place. Just 27 laps to go now. 17 of John Book is 1 lap down. There he is in front of the race leaders. Battle for the lead, the 63, Sheila Harmon. She doesn't have a win this season. Sheila's back in 27th in the points as she puts the 18 a lap down to 17 as well. 17 very slow on the track. He is going to stop the pack almost instantly, and Sheila's going to get a huge lead. You see that white truck? That's the leader now. John Book, major issues with his truck. I don't know what happened with him. In the meantime, that's going to slow the 23 of Brendan Hancock. He is going to fall really far back. That's not what Brendan needed, as that 21 Jacob Britt is in the top 10. Looking for the 46 now of Dylan Eberheimen. There he is, Dylan Eberheimen in the top 10 as well. Another driver we haven't talked about at all today is that 24, Bean Wiebe. He's up to second. Bean Wiebe has had a horrible truck season. 4 DNFs in the first 8 races. Here, race number 9, he is in second place. Sheila Harmon first. Alejandro Rodriguez third, and fourth place Colton Harmon. Leland Fife right behind Colton. 3 wide for that position. Here comes the points leader, the 21 of Jacob Britt. And that 46 truck, Dylan Eberheimen, he has not been anywhere near the front today. And now he is up near the front. He is in the top 10 in 8th place. Jacob Britt has moved his way up to 5th. Pit stops have changed this race completely around. John Book very slow on the track. You see Logan York, he has fallen back. The 88 of Callie Hancock trying to move her way to the front. The 51 of Lindsay Hancock, she hit the wall again, and she has more damage on the side of her truck. And she is 1 lap down, unfortunately for her. But the good thing for that 51 truck is she is only 1 lap down compared to the other drivers who are 2 laps down. In front of him, the 23, Brendan Hancock. He fell all the way back to 24th after being in the top 5, after finishing 5th in the stage. He needs a few cautions to get back to the front. Oh, somebody on the apron. That's the 49 of Alex Johnson. Is he going to stop on the track? He is very slow. This could throw the caution out if he stops on the track. And the 49 truck going to stop on the track, so we have a caution. And as that happened, the 24, Bean Wiebe, took the race lead away from Sheila Harmon. Sheila's in second, Colton Harmon third, fourth Leland Fife, and fifth is the 52 of Gavin Jones. Gavin, just a few laps ago, was sliding through the infield in the grass, just about wrecked. And here he is up in 5th place. Second place in points, Dylan Eberheimen running in 6th place. The points leader, Jacob Britt, he fell all the way back to 15th. So are they going to come down pit road? They only have about 10 laps on their tires. Looks like everybody's going to stay out. So a lot of new faces up near the front of the field in today's race. We have not talked about most of these drivers. Some of them have been up near the front. The 10 of CJ Williams was up near the front earlier, and the 7 of Bruzero, he's been up near the front. Leland Fife, he's been up at the front for the last about 30 laps, I guess. Leland Fife ended up winning the stage. He's running in 4th right now. But some of the drivers that have fallen back or have had issues, the 51 Lindsay Hancock, she went a lap down after starting in 2nd. The 18 Damien Singletary, he was near the front. John Book was leading this race earlier, and he is 2 laps down in 34th position. Axel Zera, the number 3, he's back in 27th. Tim Zimmer behind him. Callie Hancock trying to move up towards the front. She's in 25th. Brendan Hancock in 23rd. He was not leading this race, but he was near the front, finished 5th in the stage. Stephen Pollard the third, 18th place. He was near the front. He was in the top 10. Another driver, Logan York, 29th position. I don't know what happened with him, but he was up in the top 10 in the stage. You see the 49 on pit road. We'll have to follow up with him and see what happened there. But this is going to give us about probably a 17 or 18 lap restart run to the finish. So we'll see if we can continue to race under green or if we're going to have a crash. 49 truck is back out on the track. 49 is 1 lap down. So 5 trucks are going to be a lap or more down. They'll be on the inside line. 24 Bean Weeby got his first win in the Cup Series a few weeks ago. Got his win at Texas. And now here today in the Truck Series, he is leading at the end of this race. Has not been a factor at all today. He finds himself in first. Sheila Harmon as well. She wasn't a factor. She only has 1 top 5 finish this season. She could possibly be battling for the win today. .46 Dylan Eberheim, and having one of his best runs now that he's had in recent weeks. He has had a lot of issues in the last 3 or 4 races. But he is back up front in the top 10. The way this race is going now, I think he is the points leader. Brendan Hancock is still pretty close to him and Jacob Britt, but Jacob back outside of the top 10 now. This restart is going to be everything for the 24. If he can break away from the 63 and clear the lap traffic, he will be the race leader. We saw last restart, though, that was not so easy for Leland Fife. He went from 1st to 4th, and a few trucks on the inside line were able to get past the lap traffic and gain a lot of position. That's how we have some of the newer faces up here, like the 24, the 63, the 54, the 52, the 46. They all made their way up towards the front because of lap traffic. They were able to work their way past all that. So the 24 Bean Weeby out front. 17 laps to go this time by once they get to the start-finish line. Sheila Harmon running in second. She's going to try to get a good start. And the green flag is now in the air. Bean Weeby restarts this race on the outside line. He is dead even with that 18 of Damian Singletary. John Book very slow on the inside again. The 63 Sheila Harmon out past the 24 of Bean Weeby. Sheila to the lead. Here comes the 41 of Leland Fife on the inside line. These lap trucks are slow in the field. You see the 7 of Bruiser, the 20 Yel Carrillo. Sheila had the lead for a split second, but now Leland Fife to the front. Here comes the points leader, Dylan Eberheim, right behind him. Leland Fife to the front. Dylan Eberheim now the second place driver in the points. In the middle, battling for second place, trying to get the lead away from Leland. Here comes the 20 now of Yel Carrillo. Sheila Harmon and Bean Weeby, they fell back outside of the top 5 because of that restart. These double file restarts with the lap trucks are not good for the race leaders. And Leland Fife back out front. He won the stage. Trying to hold off everybody right now. Dylan Eberheim on the outside line, trying to clear the inside. He does clear the inside. Yel Carrillo now battling Leland Fife for the lead. He will take it away. We almost had a caution, a crash back here. That's the 18, I think, of Damian Singletary. I don't know if he got hit by the 24 or who he got hit by, but he was sideways off of turn number 2. A lot of trucks bouncing off of each other in the back of the field. In the meantime, the 46 Dylan Eberheimen up to second place. Dylan Eberheimen does not have a win this season. He is second in the points. 20 of Yale Carrillo. He won at Talladega earlier this season. Yale Carrillo in 10th place in the points. Looking for possibly a second win this season. He would be the third repeat winner. 83 of Alejandro Rodriguez coming up towards the front now. He is going to take second place away. Alejandro won a few weeks ago at Texas. And now he is up in second place. Dylan Eberheimen falling back to third. Points leader Jacob Britt in 8th place. Sheila Harmon fell all the way back to 17th. Bean Wiebe back to 11th. Brendan Hancock, the 23, all the way back in 26th position. 12 laps to go in this race here at Chicagoland. John Book very slow. The leaders will catch him soon. See a big mess of trucks here. That's where Brendan Hancock is. Lindsey Hancock, Callie Hancock, Logan York. These drivers were near the front. Most of them were. Callie has not been able to make any ground up at all today. Jeremiah Dwayne, the 22, he's back here. Jeremiah Dwayne back in 22nd in points. That's about where he is on the track, is about 22nd. We go towards the front. The 63, Sheila Harmon trying to make her way to the front again. Bean Wiebe has fallen back to 13th place after restarting in the lead. Still a good run for that 24 truck. Look at the 97 of Gary Harmon. He is up to 3rd place. Gary was all the way in the back of the field earlier. Battle for the lead. Yale Carrillo, Dylan Eberheimen. Yale going to get a good run off of turn 2, though. These trucks are catching that 17 of John Book, so depending on where they catch him, this could create a lot of issues, or it could give somebody the race lead. Leland Fife now all over the back of Gary Harmon. He's trying to get back up into the top position. He is trying to take 2nd place away. Dylan Eberheimen on the outside line going to get shuffled back a few positions. Gary Harmon up to 2nd. Here's John Book. Where is he going to go? He's going to go up top. Oh, Gary Harmon almost gets turned around by Leland Fife. That could help Gary, though. Yale Carrillo going to get past. Leland Fife as well going to get past Dylan Eberheimen and many others. Get past that 17 truck. Up front, 3 wide for 2nd. Second part of the pack has caught the 17 of John Book. Racing very, very close now, trying to get past that 17. This is going to stack up a lot of trucks. 23, Brendan Hancock on the inside line. Tavis Hake and Lindsey Hancock, a lot of drivers gaining multiple positions here. Looks like everybody will get past that 17 truck without any issues. Meanwhile, up front, Dylan Eberheimen fell back a lot of positions. Look at the 24, Bean Wiebe. Where in the world did he come from? Same with that 63 of Sheila Harmon. They were outside of the top 10 just a few laps ago, and now they're back up in the top 5. Bean Wiebe has found his way back to the front. 6 laps to go this time by. Yale Carrillo out front. He has a nice size lead. 3 wide for 2nd. Bean Wiebe trying to get past Tyrell Resner. And the 4 of Zach Cronin. Tyrell going to fall back a few positions on the outside line. Battling for 2nd now. Look at the 63, Sheila Harmon. 75 of Eric Jacks trying to get past her. Eric Jacks is in 7th in points. He's having a good run. 21 of Jacob Britt fell outside of the top 10. He is now in 11th place. Bean Weeby up to second. Sheila Harmon third. Both drivers were leading at the restart. They fell back, and now they're back up towards the front. Bean Weeby going to go to the middle almost of the track, trying to catch the 20 of Yale Carrillo. This time by 4 laps to go. Bean Weeby battling Yale Carrillo for the lead. He will take the lead, I believe. He has a preferred line in 1 and 2. Here comes the 46 now, Dylan Eberheimen. Second place in points. He is going to work his way back up in the top 5. Sheila Harmon right behind Bean Weeby. She's had a pretty good truck today. Yale Carrillo still on the outside line, fighting with Bean Weeby, trying to keep the lead away. I think we're going to see that 17 truck one more time at the lead pack before this race is over. They're catching him pretty quick. That time by Bean Weeby led the lap. Here comes the 63 now, Sheila Harmon, trying to take the lead away now from Bean Weeby. First, she has to get past that 20 of Yale Carrillo. Look at the run that Dylan Eberheimen has on the backstretch. Same with that 20 of Yale Carrillo. Yale Carrillo could go back to the front. Dylan Eberheimen's run kind of stalled out a little bit there, but Yale Carrillo back to the lead here. 2 to go here at Chicagoland. And Bean Weeby back down low. He made an aggressive turn down low. Sheila Harmon went with him. Bean Weeby, Sheila Harmon, they both are winless this season. Yale Carrillo has 1 win. Dylan Eberheimen, Leland Fife, Gary Harmon, multiple drivers behind these guys don't have a win either. Eric Jacks has 1 win. Actually, that was not in the Truck Series. That was the Cup Series. Bean Weeby takes the lead away. White flag in the air. Can Bean Weeby get his first truck win this season? Yale Carrillo now back down on the inside line. Side by side in turns 1 and 2. Sheila Harmon now making her way back up towards the front. Can she get a run on the back stretch and possibly get past both of them? She's going to the inside line. It might be 3 wide in turns 2 or 3. It is. Sheila Harmon now on the inside of the 20 of Yale Carrillo. Bean Weeby falls back a few positions. They're going to drag race down the front stretch, the 20 and the 63. I think it's the 20 of Yale Carrillo. Yale Carrillo in a photo finish gets his 2nd win this season. Yale Carrillo won at Talladega. What an incredible last lap. What an incredible race. Sheila Harmon finishes 2nd in probably the closest truck finish we have ever had. One of the closest truck finishes. She will get her best finish. Bean Weeby as well got his best finish. Leland Fife, I think, got his best finish of his season. Dylan Eberheimen, another top 5. It's going to be great for that team. The last few weeks, Dylan has been off of his game, and now a 3rd place for him. The points leader entering this race, Jacob Britt, 21st position. Brendan Hancock, 24th. I believe Dylan Eberheimen will retake the points lead. And I think Brendan Hancock will be 2nd. Man, oh man, what a race. I think for the first time in the Truck Series, we have not had a crash. But we had amazing racing from the beginning to the end. A lot of excitement. An amazing last lap pass, and that was wild. Leland Fife, Bean Weeby, and Dylan Eberheimen almost equal, or even at the start-finish line. They almost finished completely side by side. Very close there, the margin of victory. So some of the drivers back here did not have good finishes. Jacob Britt, 21st. Brendan Hancock, Callie Hancock, 2 of the points contenders. They're finishing really far back. Cody Rhodes, Tim Zimmer. And of course, Laura Lee Weeby, John Book, Damian Singletary, Lindsey Hancock, and Alex Johnson all had issues. Multiple laps down. Well, this was definitely a wild race, that's for sure. A lot of great racing and a lot of hard racing at the end of this thing. Miguel Carrillo, though, third repeat winner of the All-Star Offline Racing Series, and he could be one of the top 5 drivers in points. Let's go take a look at the points after race number 10. So after race number 10 out of 14, Dale Eberheim will retake the points lead. Brendan Hancock still third. Jacob Britt falls back to second. Bruzier and Miguel Carrillo up to 4th and 5th in the points. You see Gary Harmon now 6th place in points. Eric Jack still 7th place. The top 7 drivers now within 100 points of each other. Before this race began, it was the top 3 that were within 50. Right now, the top 7 drivers have a very, very close shot at getting the points lead, and a lot of other drivers as well. Pretty close. I mean, I'd say all the way back to about 12th place, maybe even, 10th or 11th place right now. They have a very good shot at getting the points lead away. Daytona comes up next week, though, so that is going to throw everything out of proportion. If the 46 and 21 can get out of that, they might still have their first and second place positions. Miguel Carrillo gained 5 spots with his win today, his second win. Not a whole lot of gains, I believe. Tyrell Resner, he gained 8 positions. He's up to 20th now in the points. I think he was the biggest gainer today. So a lot of stuff happening. Bean Weeby now finally breaks his streak. He was the only driver that had not finished in the top 10 this season, and he finally gets his first top 10 finish. A little late to the party, but better late than never. But with 4 more races to go now, the Truck Series points, they are getting so close. Like I said, Daytona's next week. Stage points are another factor in that race. So, I mean, if you are somebody that's, I don't know, let's say back where Ryan Benjamin is, for example, if you can get 50 stage points and then win the race, you could be within 150 points of the points leader. I mean, anybody has a huge, huge chance at getting a lot of points next week. And then, of course, after Daytona, I'd say probably the 3 wild card races coming up after Daytona. The final 3 races of the season: ISM, the Roval, and Homestead. We haven't been to a road course yet. We haven't been to ISM or Homestead. So I have no idea what awaits us there. It should be a very fun race. And real quick, before we leave, I just want to show you guys one, random stat that I just kind of noticed. 2 drivers have not led any laps yet. That's Cody Rhodes and Colton Harmon. Both drivers have not led any laps this season. Colton Harmon got his first pole, and he could not even lead a lap here at Chicagoland. And Cody Rhodes as well has not led a lap yet, but everyone else has led at least 1 lap. That's just a very interesting stat. Well, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this race. It was a lot of fun watching this. We've got the Cup race tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. We're back on our regular schedule. I don't know if Sunday's going to work out too well, so we're just going to move it back to Fridays and Saturdays like we were doing. I feel like that's a little bit better, I guess, and I feel like there's more people that get to watch it on the weekends. So we'll stick to that schedule. Hopefully we will see you guys tomorrow night here at Chicagoland again. See what the Cup Series drivers will do. They have a little bit longer of a race, though, than the truck guys did. But a great show tonight. We saw a lot of racing. I think it said 17 lead changes in that race between 11 different drivers. Alright, we will see you guys in the Truck Series next week at Daytona for the final Super Speedway race of the season. Anyway, have a great night, guys. See you tomorrow night for the Cup race as well. See you later.